Thank you all for joining us today. As you may have heard, a tragic incident took place involving one of our sorority sisters and ended with her losing her life due to alcohol. There's not much more to be said about the situation itself, as the specifics are not important. What is important is how we choose to move forward. This death hits especially close to home, and it would be an injustice to continue our lives as if nothing has occurred. As an organization, we want to offer any resources we can, such as counseling, to support those suffering from this loss and the grieving family. An unexpected tragedy such as this one can be life-altering and depressing. Please remember that you are not alone, and in this sorority, we will stand strong together. Asking or receiving support is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. This awful situation reminds us that while alcohol is a legal substance that is frequently served at our social events, it is still dangerous. Educating ourselves and planning for the dangers of excessive drinking is a way that we can remember our fallen sister and prevent this from ever happening again. As a sorority, we enjoy coming together and hosting programming that may include alcoholic beverages. However, that doesn't mean we can't watch our consumption and do so responsibly. The average woman can consume around 3 drinks in 2 hours before it is considered binge drinking, as defined by the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism. Important factors to think about when considering alcohol consumption are body composition, having eaten or not, and possible medication interactions. Those who have a lower body weight get intoxicated much quicker, but excessive drinking can become dangerous and possibly deadly for anyone. Signs of an alcohol overdose include confusion, vomiting, difficulty remaining conscious, irregular breathing, seizures, and more. Noticing these signs are a great way to intervene before a situation can become deadly and possibly fatal. This incident represents a much bigger issue that affects many college students, including us. Unfortunately, this case that hits close to home is not the only example of a death overdose from alcohol. The CDC reports that about 178,000 Americans die every year from excessive alcohol consumption. These deaths include overdoses as well as chronic illnesses caused by drinking, such as liver disease. The best way to prevent this from happening again in our sorority is to be aware of the risks and to drink responsibly. The University of San Diego published an article giving some tips to stay safe while we are drinking. One important thing they mention is to never drink on an empty stomach. One more tip they mention to stay safe is to eat food before consuming adult beverages to slow down the digestive system, ensuring that the alcohol you're consuming doesn't overload your body. And another important thing is to stay hydrated. However, the only true way to drink responsibly is to limit yourself and take time between drinks. Sticking to 1 drink every hour or 2 is a great way to set limits on yourself. These facts are important to keep in mind, but we also want to honor our sister's legacy the best way we can, by ensuring this never happens again. Another way we will prevent this issue is by creating a buddy system. At all social events, we will assign buddies to monitor each other's consumption and ensure that we are all staying safe. Buddies will not leave each other at any time during any of our social events. These buddies may either be chosen or randomly assigned, depending on what the board decides is best and what we as sisters vote on. In the hustle and bustle in the college world, it is so easy to only focus on yourself, to see someone stumbling or ill at a party and turn the other cheek, thinking, oh, they're just having fun, they'll be fine, it's no big deal. However, as a part of this sisterhood, we have taken a pledge to support each other like the family we are. We will not ignore one another's pain or illness, but instead be a shoulder to lean on. This buddy system will allow us to uphold that pledge by holding each other accountable and staying cautious. Another way we will come together is to create a memorial for our sister. If anyone has any ideas or would like to sponsor flowers, candles, or more, please find me later on. Any little bit will help. We must watch out for one another is truly the lesson we have learned. It is a tragedy what has occurred in our sorority. A young lady has lost her life due to something avoidable. As sisters, we are heartbroken about this loss and want to support and uplift each other in any way we can in these difficult times. We will make certain that this will not occur again by educating ourselves on how to drink responsibly, as well as establishing new ways of sticking together and standing strong in our sisterhood. If you have any questions, concerns, or suggestions, please do not hesitate to reach out. Our lives are precious. Let's remember that. Thank you all for joining me here today.